In this guide, I created a really small room, which is a bathroom, and I wanted to do this in 3D, and also I wanted to do it in CAD. I wanted to see if there's possibility in Blender to do this in CAD. Now, the answer is, well, there is no easy way to do it. I mean, there are other software that do this way more easier, like, for example, LibreCAD or FreeCAD if you want to stay in open source. Otherwise, you need to use like AutoCAD or Rhino if you want like really quick dimensions and measuring everything. Now, for the measure, we do have some tools in Blender, but they don't stay, let's say, like this, as they are like vector graphics or CAD files. So we need to kind of convert them into that type. If you want to, for example, take this drawing here and export it into CAD or something like that, or you want to print it in using CAD, well, you need to make some, let's say, workarounds. So first of all, design your room. Now, the good news is that the grids here in Blender, it works really fine. So what I usually do when I need to design a room like this is I usually start from the origin, but you can start from, whatever point you want. And I start by adding a simple plane. So I'm going to go to add plane, and then I'm going to activate in the various snaps up here. I will activate the grid snap. So activate the grid snap so that you can snap around the grid. And then you change from object mode into edit mode and start positioning the vertices. So select the vertices up here and start to move them. And in this case, I'm going to use the edges because it's better because I need to create the starting point of my little room. I know that this room has 10 centimeters wall as thickness. So I know that in Blender we have 1 meter. This is, you can see also the measures. Also, this is one good way to visualize measurements. You need to go up here and activate the edge length. This is really useful when you are working in a really precise mode. Now, the only problem in this will not stay. They will go away once you deselect the edge that you're working with. But anyway, let's go down here. So I know now that this is 0.1 meter means 10 centimeters, and this is 1 meter long. So you can see each major line here is 1 meter, and then you have smaller lines to 10 centimeters. So you need to take the measures of the space you want to recreate, and then you proceed by inserting those measures just by clicking and dragging these edges until you reach the actual measure you want. So let's say you want to do this like 3 meters, there you go. If you want to be more precise, you just need to go closer and closer with the zoom, and you can see that you will go into centimeters and then millimeters and then, smaller and smaller. Okay, so you can adjust the view and use it to define the length. Another option is when you select an element like this is to go on the sidebar. So you press N and then you go all the way up here on the item panel, and this is where you can also set up some precise positioning. So for example, let's say I want to do this like 3.3 meters. So it's gonna go exactly there. Okay, now if you need to create an entire room, you need to change direction. So in that case, you will extrude this edge, so extrude, and just push this with the plus, push it, and make sure it goes on this direction here. And it needs to be 0.1 because you want to maintain the thickness. So you're gonna go up and then do the other wall and then extrude again 10 centimeters. So let's say from here, I want to extrude again, clicking on the yellow plus, and there you go, that's 10 centimeters. And then go back here. You can also snap to other points like that. Okay, but here I need to make it again. I need to go back here and create with the extrusion that extra 10 centimeters here and those extra 10 centimeters here. You can see I am following like really precise grid, and then I need to create the other two walls like I created there. Okay, so that's the room right there. And that's the entrance, which will be a door that I can represent as I've done here just by adding directly the 2D. So in Blender, let's go back to object mode. when you go to add, you have meshes, as we already created one, and then you have curves. But these curves, they're not like when you're working in CAD, they are more difficult to handle. So for example, if I need to create the arc, I either create it myself or I need to add some extra here. And you can see in the profiles, I have the arc, which goes in there. So what you want to do probably before you add, go back, put the 3D cursor into position, which would be right here. Okay, and then go to add, curve, profile, arc. So it goes exactly there, and then you adjust it. You need to adjust the the outer part like this, and you need to maintain only that. And then for the rest, here we need to create like again with the 3D cursors right here. I want to add another path, for example, and then go to edit mode and delete the extra vertices. So X to delete, X to delete, and this one here goes back right here. So you can see it's not so difficult, but it's not so simple as you would do it in CAD. And by the way, if you want to use that, you need to go in the add-ons and add the extra curve objects in the add-ons if you want to have those like extra 2D shapes that you want to create. And then there is another tool I want to show you, is called Measure It. We already mentioned this in other video courses we created in Blender, etc. Now this can give you, I'm just moving around the 3D cursors. I'm just going to go here to the Move tool. So Measure It is good when you have a mesh like this. You can go in edit mode. You can select an edge like this, and you will go in the view. You need to show or hide the tool. You want to show it, and then you select the segment. Just click on the segment, and it's going to create this. Well, it looks weird because I kind of play around with that, but basically once you created that, you can go down and you can like modify it. So this is the one. So you can click here and you can change the font size, the distance here. You can put like arrows. You can change the size and everything. So you can do a lot of stuff, but you cannot create like CADs out of this. Also, you can change the font, the precision here. Let me see what it is. So rotation, alignment, you can also rotate like that if you want. So you can do a bunch of things. And so distance, let's go down here, separation. So this one, it will be for the next one, configuration. You can also render it, but it's not going to be cut. It's going to be like an overlapping image, kind of a, juxtaposed image in there. Oh, there you go. That's the units. So I can decrease because I'm using centimeters and so on. Now, the only problem here is this is not going to be converted. So for example, if I want to take all of this and make it an actual CAD like I did right here, you need to select this and right click and convert this into a curve. But once you do that, you lose the Measure It tool. So it doesn't stay. So if I want, I can export this, export into CAD, so DXF, AutoCAD, DXF, or SVG, or other, if you have like other vector formats, but it doesn't keep the measure. Either if you use Measure It or if you use the standard measure here, you can just temporarily see the measurement, but it's not going to be exported. That's a pity. So the only thing I found out how to solve this is create it yourself. So essentially, I would add a text. So text, okay. I would move this into position or use the cursor again. And then I would go here to edit mode and just type 27 centimeters, just, to take a note. And of course, this is too big. So the next thing I would do is go here in the settings. And again, I can change all of this stuff, and also the size. So we'll put this side down. And again, if you want to have this as a CAD, you need to right click and convert this into a curve. And also if you want to get rid of up here on the curve panels, the fill mode, so that it is like transparent. And finally, if you want that segment right there, you just need to recreate it. So for example, here, if I keep the original drawing that I created before, I can just go into edit mode, take a line like this, right click, separated, selection, and then go back to object mode, select that line and position it. And the origin here is far, so I need to also change the origin. So set the origin to the geometry, okay, and position this to use it as like a dimension line. So it's kind of really a workaround, and you may like it, you may don't. I usually, well, I really don't feel comfortable doing all of this stuff, but perhaps it could be a quick thing that you could do to export this. And also, again, we need to convert this, correctly convert this into a curve, and then go back to edit mode. I can now fix this. There you go. So this will snap here, this will snap here, and that's it. So this is what, as I know, as far as I know, the best thing we could do to have a CAD drawing with the dimensions in Blender. And of course, you can reuse the 2D here to create the 3D. All you need to do is go in the edit mode, select all, extrude, and you have also the 3D. That's, so in Blender, you could do basically everything, but in terms of 2D, it's a little bit complex. It's not like straightforward like in other software, like again, FreeCAD or LibreCAD or AutoCAD. So this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helped you in some project you're doing. And so if you want to thank us, you can join the channel as a supporter, or just join to stay updated and check the other courses in Blender and video guides. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next.